This baby onesie. Both male and female treasures can be worn, refreshing and breathable, not tight. Video mask. The size of the decoration is suitable for baby hair about 3 months old. Line selection Willy, Stongen, with 4.0mm crochet. Edge stitch crochet from the position of the neckline. 61 lock needles are crocheted after the starting needle is completed. 61 stitches end and return to the penultimate lock needle. Bar lock needle. A thread at the top is hooked here with a short needle. Continue later. Hook on each needle. Knit a short needle, crochet a total of 60 short needles. The first row ends, the second row first hooks 2 lock pins. Flipped thing. Hook to 4 long needles in sequence first. Four stitches end at. Add 1 stitch and 2 lengths to the next stitch. Needle. So every 4 stitches add 1 stitch and repeat 12 times. A total of 12 needles are added. 72 long needles when done. The second row ends. The third row first hooks 2 lock pins. Flipped thing. First, crochet 5 long needles in sequence. Five stitches end at the next stitch. Add 1 stitch to crochet 2 long needles. So add 1 stitch every 5 stitches. Repeat 12 times for the same increase. 12 stitches crocheted 84 long needles. The fourth row adds 1 stitch every 6 stitches. The fifth row adds 1 stitch every 7 stitches. After the fifth row is completed, there are a total of 108 stitches. Fifth row knot. The sixth row of the bundle first hooks 3 lock pins and flips them. 2 empty stitches are not enough in the third stitch. Hook a long needle. 2 lock pins in the same position. And crochet a long needle. Complete a V-shaped pattern like this. 2 empty needles are not enough. Hook a long needle on the next entry. 2 lock pins. Crochet a long needle in the same thread. The second V-shaped pattern is completed. The back part continues to repeat the crochet. A total of 35 sets of patterns were crocheted. "35 sets of patterns complete the hook with 3 lock pins. Hook a lead needle on the last stitch. The 6th row ends. The 7th row first hooks 3 lock pins. Flipped thing. In the same stitch of the V-shaped pattern. Part of crocheted pattern. First crochet 2 long needles in this stitch. Two lock pins. Crochet 2 longer needles in the same thread. This completes the first set of tricks and continues later, within the same entry of each V-shape. Each crocheted a set of patterns. A total of 4 sets of patterns were crocheted. The fourth set of patterns ends with 11 lock pins. 11 lock pins complete. Then empty 9 V-shaped cloth hooks. Begins at the 10th V-shaped pattern, true eye. 9 sets of patterns crocheted in sequence. Nine sets of patterns are completed and 11 lock needles are crocheted. 9 sets of V-shaped cloth hooks are also vacated. Begins with the 10th trick. 4 sets of patterns crocheted in sequence. Four sets of tricks end on the last long needle. Hook a long needle. Then on the third locking needle at the beginning, hook a lead needle. The 7th row mends the 8th row first hooks 3 lock pins. These 3 lock pins are equivalent to 1 long needle. Hook 1 long in the same needle head of the lead needle. Needle, 2 lock needles. Crochet 2 more long needles in the same position. This completes the first set of tricks. In these 4 gaps in the back, each crochet a set of patterns. A total of 5 sets of patterns were crocheted. Five sets of tricks and then crochet 2 sets of patterns on these 11 lock stitches. Empty 3 lock pins, do not hook. Crochet a set of patterns on the 4th lock needle. Three empty needles are not enough. Hook the second set of patterns on the 4th stitch. Two patterns on the lock pin complete the back parts. At the lock pin gap of each set of patterns, each crochet a set of patterns. Hook 2 sets of patterns on the lock needle on the other side. After this lap is completed, there are a total of 22 sets of patterns. "22 sets of patterns are completed in hook a lead needle on the 3rd lock needle at the beginning, in long needle mesh, and crochet a lead needle at the gap of the lock needle. Lead the wire to the lock pin gap. The 9th flap first hooks 3 lock pins. This circle is in every gap. Each crochet a set of patterns. A total of 22 sets of patterns were crocheted. 10th lap behind. To the 25th lap. Repeat the crochet method of the 9th turn to crochet. 22 sets of patterns are crocheted in each circle. End of lap 25. Align the sides of the contents. The 5th set of patterns on both sides of the front and rear production. Put the mark buckle on. The sides of the button are the parts of the trouser legs. Each trouser leg accounts for 10 sets of tricks. So let's crochet the left leg, the first thing to flip. In 2 long needle mesh, and each crochet a lead needle at the gap of the lock needle. Lead the line to the gap. The pattern of the buckle in the mark. Start crocheting 10 sets of patterns in sequence. Crocheted all the way to the marking buckle on the other side. The first row of trouser legs ends, and the second row flips. Also need to lead the line to the gap. Start crocheting 10 sets of patterns in sequence here. Second row ends flipped thing. Lead the line to the gap. The 3rd row first hooks 2 lock pins. Hook 3 medium length needles in the first gap. Crochet 4 medium length needles in the second gap. Continue at each gap later. Each crochet 4 medium length needles to complete the 3rd row. End the 3rd row by hooking a lock pin. Cut the thread to the change hook to the 4th row. Restitch on the first pin. Hook the thread out of the hook 2 lock stitches in the first. Hook an inner hook medium length needle. In the second, long stitches, hook an outer hook medium length needle. On the 3rd medium length needle, hook an inner hook medium length needle. On the 4th medium length needle, hook an outer hook medium length needle. Back part 1 inner hook medium length needle. 1 outer hook medium length needle. Circular crocheting completes the row. Finally, on the second lock pin next to, hook a medium length needle. The fourth row first hooks the 2 lock stitches that are turned over. This row is the same. Follow 1 inner hook medium length needle and 1 outer hook medium length needle circular crochet. Finally, hook a medium length needle on the second lock needle. Hook a lock needle to cut the thread and hide the thread. The other 2 threads use the same method to hide. Hide the part of the left trouser leg to complete. The crochet method of the right trouser leg is the same as that of the left. Everyone follows the crochet method of the left trouser leg. Complete the right trouser leg.